Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. I'm Arthur Perkins. This is APGamingREAL. We're on Stars Without Numbers, episode 4, probably. I don't know. Maybe.
Probably.
That's a thing. We're back. It's been a crazy-ass week. It's been a crazy-ass day, and I just had one of the most embarrassing conversations in my life. So, yeah. Also, there was no fan art roll pre-stream because OBS updated and caused all kinds of problems. That's why we're starting late tonight. So if you're on YouTube and wondering why this episode's a little short, it's because we're running low on time. Let's do some intros. Virgil, how have you been?
Just been under siege by Windows 10 for a few days.
Yeah, I saw that movie, Assault on Precinct Windows 10. I thought it was pretty good. The remake wasn't as good, though, but...
well, I finally have a remake of Windows 10 now that's working and operating on my PC. So that's good news. Gosh, what else is going on? Just a bunch of roleplay stuff. All my job stuff is still insane and up in the air, and I have no idea what's going on. So I'm like constantly stressed out and trying to, just stay occupied so I don't go insane. So I'm glad that we get to do some roleplay and pretend to be someone else for a while with space problems.
I mean, tomorrow you can pretend to be someone else with no problems.
Oh my goodness.
No problem that can't be solved with a swift axe murder.
Swing hammer.
It's a hammer.
Solve problem. I'm excited about that too because last session was really good. Make sure you stick around after the stream for like 20 hours and the next stream will start. Yeah, if you do want to check out when I'm doing other streaming stuff, twitch.tv/Zercon5 is where I host all the fun streams that I'm on.
Did?
That's me. I'm back. I'm here in my chair this time, as opposed to a drab, dreary brown hotel room. Painted those walls brown. Just such a depressing color.
I mean, they probably were trying to go for a tan, right? That's a very popular color.
But it was like two different tones of brown.
They wanted it like my room, but they bought the discount paint.
Mm-hmm.
Probably either that or they were just trying to hide the dirt. I don't know.
You're a hater.
Maybe they weren't trying to hide the dirt. It's just a real even layer of it.
Ew, that's even worse.
They've had all different heights of children patty pieing around the walls there. Nice even glaze.
No, I've been doing really well though. Mostly my ankle still hurts like hell, but that is what it is. But the flight home was uneventful. That was actually, for me, believe it or not, the airplane ride was the most fun part of the whole trip.
And that was the moment I knew that Sid had gone insane.
Yes, absolutely. No, I like planes. I've always liked flying and stuff like that. So, when we're banking around a cloud and whizzing by it, and it's just right there outside the window, I was like, that's really cool. So, yeah, that was the real fun part for me. It was interesting. The whole conference was interesting, though. I got to meet a lot of interesting developers at the GDC. A lot of cards got handed around. I spooked an entire round table conference discussing loot boxes and trying to claim that legislation of loot boxes is censorship somehow. That was fun. Turned a lot of heads in there, and I got to interject my own opinion a lot, which is always fun for me because I get soapbox, and I'm always good at that. But yeah, doing pretty well. Finally feeling not sick completely and not in horrible amounts of pain. Painkillers are awesome, and I'm really looking forward to being able to just spend some time in my chair, relaxing and playing with you guys. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Kelsa, I'm so glad that you would take the time to interrupt the stream for something so petty. Why don't you introduce yourself?
You know, I am just that petty, actually. I'm Kelsa. I just want to be on the scoreboard, so I'm donating bits to the channel, and you can too. By bits, I mean a single bit. Because it's you.
A bit.
I'm in a kind of silly mood today, so I'm going to need to rein that back. I'm going to be playing Juan Diego because he's too edgy to be silly. Yes, there we go. Anyway, I'm looking forward to this game. I love playing spreadsheets. I want to make a profit and just get all that money. I also do other shows, role-playing games on the internet. I'll talk about that in the end. And also, I have a tiny dog, and I spent like 20 minutes video streaming her playing in the park today because I could. So that's been my day. That's the most exciting part.
It's a dark time this week. We're in not just in this game in between intergalactic space, but we are in between the intergalactic barrier between anime seasons, which means it's a whole week of no episodes, and in some cases 2 whole weeks before another show replaces it. 'Tis a dark time, and the only thing we have to hold us over is a new Netflix show that's absolute fucking trash. It's awful and horrible. Sword Guy, literally about a guy who is a sword.
Wait, that's the name of it? Sword Guy?
Sword Guy. Mm-hmm. He's a guy whose arm gets replaced by the evil sword that killed his mother,
There's only
and
so
he
many
can transform
ideas.
into the sword.
So many ideas that people can think of.
What?
I don't know how this thing got made. Here's the thing. The animation is garbage. The plot is garbage. The dialogue is garbage. Everything about it is garbage. But the voice acting quality is fucking literal top tier. They had some of the best voice actors in the industry. They pay these people $400 an hour for their time. And Jesus,
they $400 an hour.
Yeah, they fucking paid these people so much to do the voice production for this show.
Half that.
They could have spent that money on so many other things. The entire show is just Highlander, but if instead of being aliens, everyone was a sword that took over a human body and then forced them to fight other swords to prove which sword is the most powerful. It's the giantest dick contest I've ever seen in anime.
Wow.
They show up and they have edgy lines like, "I'm Flamberge, the flame sword. I want to burn everything away. Look at me, I'm like."
That is the worst thing I've ever heard.
It's so bad. It's like this thing could have gotten produced 10 years ago, and maybe it would have been all right. But how does something like this even? And Netflix picked it up. I was shocked, and that's what we've got to hold us over.
We just whip out better stories on the fly, like daily on Twitch. Like, it's not hard.
Yeah.
So if you're an anime production company
come up with a better plot line in 5 minutes,
and you would like a good anime idea, you can contact me through my manager, Brian Williams at NBC.com. Project Ico? Please no. Soundwave? Project Ico had the exact opposite problem. The voice acting for it was horrible. They could have paid those people $400 an hour and gotten good voice actors, but instead they went with a brand new studio who had never done voice acting before, and it was so painfully obvious. The dub was really bad. Truly, truly awful.
We're actually traditionally a shadow puppet studio, but we'll do the voice acting gig. Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
They were just random people.
In the entertainment industry, you never say no.
I don't know what's happening with Netflix, man. They're so hit and miss right now. All we're waiting for is the first week of April so we can get Violet Evergarden finally. That's what I want. I want stories about traumatized autistic war robots with metal arms that have to become secretaries in a post-war economy.
What?
That does sound fascinating.
Yeah, yes, that's what Violet Evergarden's about. It's about like a World War I android whose arms got blown off and had to be replaced by metal arms. They're all autistic or something like that, and deeply devoted to whoever they were assigned to protect in the war. But the person she was assigned to protect died, so she just wanders around aimlessly in life and becomes a secretary. That's my understanding of what Violet Evergarden's about. Someone is going to pick me up in the YouTube comment section and be like, no, Arthur, you're wrong. But the thing is, it's not available in the United States, so I can't watch
That's
it.
the plot of The Secretary. You're just
I'm absolutely certain that the thing you just said is wrong.
The Secretary.
So wrong, but also so right.
And we learned yesterday that there is such a thing as a professional Raven Master, as the Queen of England's court maintains one. Which makes me wonder, like, how do you get that job? Is there like a master apprentice thing going on, a journeyman? Are there more than one Raven Master left in the world, or is this like the last Raven Master possible?
No, the Raven King chooses the Raven Master. He flies to you under darkness and night.
Listen, I feel like you might have just invented an entirely new mythology there. It's like Santa Claus for ravens. And I've been reading trash manga. Apparently, I've finally found manga that I will read, and it's all fucking shoujo romance manga. That's where I'm at right now.
Those are the best.
As I've grown up, I've realized that I'm really just a teenage girl at heart. I mean, now that I'm in my 30s.
Aren't we all?
No,
yeah, you were a teenage boy for sure
really
when
not.
you were a teenage boy. I can really guarantee that. You've matured into a teenage girl.
Oh my god, today.
That sounds about right.
I'm not even sure what's happening anymore.
Look, just all day long.
Sure that was a highly accurate and almost savage burn.
There's no almost about it. Feels like the last half an hour has just been nothing but stress and blushing. Thanks a lot, guys. So glad I didn't take the time to put on my makeup beforehand.
It might have hidden the blushing.
Yeah.
So you're so cute. Okay, are we ready to talk about goals or whatever?
Yeah, let's get the actual show started.
That sounds weird.
You don't want to get the show started?
No, I'm lying.
Lying is bad. You shouldn't do that thing.
It's true.
Yeah, it's only 6 p.m. over here. Okay, let's see here. I have still got higher precog as my current goal. It's been sitting
yes,
there
and you're very close to completing it because you acquired your Pyongyans.
I just need to do a quick swap. It's like the Indiana Jones scene. I drop the Pyongyang on the weighted tablet and grab the precog off.
I don't think that's how it works.
That's not what I thought that was like the game. Find a contact on Anator for SciTech is my next goal, I think.
Wow, I got to give you a difficulty level for that one. I'm gonna give that a difficulty rating of 3. By the way, your group goal has never changed, just in case you guys want to talk about it. Your group goal is make a profitable trade deal.
I mean, it's a pretty good group goal to continually have. Although,
so you only ever get 1 XP for your group goal.
As often as we want.
Well, I mean,
true. We want to make sure that it's happening. I guess we want to make sure we update it every week to make sure we're getting it for sure.
Well, we're gonna go drop off this Pyongyang.
And while we're there, we can sell some of these alien artifacts.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm fine with leaving the group goal where it is. Because I really don't think it's a bad group goal to have at all.
It's not a bad group goal. we could always do something like try not to lose more than 50% of the crew members or something like that. That's like
That's
nice
a terrible goal.
No, it's good because it establishes like a point of contention between us and the GM. He tries to kill them, we try to save them, kind of thing.
I don't think that's the way the point of contention works.
And an airlock hatch
considering our
fails and
group
they all
dynamics,
die.
I feel like it's we try to
That was
kill
hard.
them, and Arthur just is like, sure.
No, I think it is a fine goal, but I do want to like spend them. I was thinking what we should do is buy a bunch of combat field uniforms for our crew members so they don't die so easy.
Cool.
That's your goal, is to buy combat field uniforms?
I mean, that could be our group goal, I think. Like,
I don't think
How
that's
much-
worthy of a goal, though,
I mean, it's
because
harder. It's harder than making the sale because we'd have to make the sale first and then buy the stuff.
but there's no difficulty in doing it. You literally just go to some place that's an outlet retail and you
Okay,
spend
well,
money.
we can. That's just something that we should do so that we don't just continually lose hard.
That sounds wise.
That
pay
Now
does
that you're
sound
down
wise.
to, what are you down to? Four
Four
extraneous crew
NPCs.
members? Yes, indeed.
Uh-huh.
And now that we have our jacket,
NPCs.
I
Man, they've
also
been
wanna get
lowered
us-
in your estimation. Like you're trying to throw them out the airlock or something.
I'm not the one trying to throw them out the airlock.
Jonas!
so we all have cool jackets now.
That's true.
With our names on them.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't
Mine
yours
says-
have your
mine says
psychic
Disaster
code name on the back?
Mine,
Yeah.
Mine says Disaster Arsenal on the
Yeah.
Of
back.
course it does.
But also, I think we should buy a bunch of hover cycles so we can like ride around on planets like a hover cycle gang.
I'm all for it.
Oh my
I'm all
god,
for it.
this
You were
day.
gonna go there.
This fucking day. Okay, great. Been a long day. It's gonna be a longer day, I can tell.
Yeah,
All right,
we're gonna-
Jonas, what do you got in terms of goals for me?
Let's see. Well, I'm keeping my make modification to crew equipment because now I have the
one XP goal.
capabilities. And I also have further the agenda of the Imago Day.
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm actually gonna rate that at 3 XP. That's a significant goal, especially given what you're about to go up against. Juan Diego Ilman. That's not your name, but
it is my name.
I thought your last name was Aliman.
Well, it is, but you're an Anglo, so you're gonna say it wrong, and I've come to accept that.
I feel like you just Anglo-checked me. Aren't you also an Anglo?
Yes, I am.
Don't
Yes, I
Anglo-check
can
me.
and did, but also it's true. All right, continuing.
So if
Michael,
one,
You're like,
if an
I
Anglo,
am Anglo,
if
but
an
I'm from
Anglo
bloody
check,
Hungary.
if an Anglo checks an Anglo, isn't that shit? I lost my train of thought. Never mind. Damn it.
as I was saying, I'm going to continue to have taste authentic local cuisines as a goal. I'm going to try to push that agenda and maybe not die. And my new goal is discover how to get my hands on an AI chassis by whatever means.
3 XP.
Already.
I literally just ripped like 2 hairs out of my beard.
I'm sorry. That sounds painful.
I'm the one who is sorry. That covers everything. Last episode, you finally found your Pionions and had a disturbing conversation with an AI that didn't quite go what you thought it would.
I mean, I didn't know what the hell was going on most of the time or afterwards.
Good, excellent. Then it went exactly as I wanted it to be projected. Sid, when we last left Jonas Allers, he was doing a check throughout the ship in order to determine if there was any bug device that was tracking your movements or recording your communications, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
I was.
During the 3 days of transit time, or sorry, I think you have
You find 17
days?
separate crusty dried bowls of meadowweed.
It's 3 because it's
right. You travel at half speed and you're going 2 hexes. It's 3.
correct.
Wait, that might not be right. Oh, when you plot the course yourself, you have to time again. There we go.
Yes.
That's what it is. I need you to make a fix check. It will be scaling gradient. I'll tell you that ahead of time. There's a minimum number you need to find anything, and the higher you get, the more you find.
Let's see. Is this an intelligence?
Yeah, I'd say so.
The higher the number, also the meta-wheat bowls are going to go up with that.
You've managed to
guessing
find
this is
every
gonna-
meta-wheat bowl, including the cracked golden bowl.
I'm guessing this is going to be unassisted.
No, it is assisted. You have 4
Oh.
technically proficient crew members who are literally look to you for all of their leadership. Juan and Dean basically never talk to the other crew members, canonically, as far as I could tell.
No, I've said multiple times that Juan Diego is in the talking with the crew members,
Okay,
playing
all
cards
right.
with them.
I'm on the top.
Probably hitting on them and leading them on.
A little bit.
Ooh,
Just a little bit.
man, this is
Talking about how, we were talking about how the other crew members would not play poker with the captain because
right
because
he's a psychic. Yes,
But
I
I
remember
played
now.
with them anyway.
All right,
And
Jonas.
remember, I spent quite a lot of time just making sure that they didn't have psychic powers by testing.
And the following day, I prepare a sermon that extols the sins of gambling. All right, let's see. Oh, an 11. That's not bad.
I don't see the roll. Oh, there it is. Okay. You
good.
find out a lot. There is a tap on your communication system. It's in really deep, and when you start tracing it, there's a black box program attached to your computer's drive system, the original drive system, not the one that's been placed in here. This is the one
Okay.
that's like 275 years old.
So that was most likely, I can infer from that this trace program was installed when the ship was built.
Yes.
Yeah, you totally can easily shift the blame from yourself to someone else.
So you have found the black box on board.
Is there any way to prevent it from transmitting?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Like route it through, do a firewall route loop back or something like that, or cut the red wire. Or
Yeah, you could firewall it from the rest of the ship. With your check, you don't need to roll anything. It's just
But it
something
might
you
be
do.
doing something good. It's a black box. It's like
Yeah, if you want to learn
Yeah,
more
but
about
it's-
it, you're going to need to like dry dock the ship and take the actual box part. You have to remove the drive of the ship to get at the box.
ooh,
no, it's wedged in there. Good.
That's gonna take a little while.
Yes.
so yeah, I'll create a NAT rule policy that any outbound from this IP is routed back towards to some fancy firewall nonsense.
Look, it's 3200, okay? I'm sure that they've got like firewall scripting for dummies available on the internet. Some script kiddie's gotten something read up for you.
So yeah, I do what I can to shut it down.
Okay.
Or not shut it down, but block it.
You all arrive in system in Biatra at the edge of the system rim on April 6th. As soon as you come out of drill space, you are just unloaded with messages. And you get a communication protocol from the Lucius Cornelius Sula and the Truth, asking you to go to private channel as soon as you arrive.
We can't take them both on private
That's
channel
correct.
at the same
Yep.
time. I mean, is there a way like we could have one?
I mean, we could answer one and say, please hold, and answer the other one.
So just to remind you, the Truth and the Justice are both large fleet destroyers that you've encountered several times so far as passport ships. The Lucius is just one of the patrol boats. Just a regular old ship. But both of them are asking for priority access to Captain Dean Fairless.
I would refer my communications officer, Juan Diego.
I'm going to press the button for the truth.
Okay. You get the captain of the truth directly, who's just like, am I speaking with Captain Dean Fairless?
He's here. I'm Juan Diego.
Can you route me through to him, please?
Say hello.
Yeah, I'm like literally like poke my head into the. I'm right here. It's okay. This is my communications officer, eh?
Captain, is there some place we can speak privately?
I mean, this is fairly private. We're in a spaceship.
I'll be coming over on a shuttle.
Oh, okay. Well, if you wanted to like have private tea in my quarters, that'd be fine.
Understood. I will be there in 10 minutes. Please shut down your drive system until we've arrived.
Okay, I'll get the kettle on. Shut her down, Jonas.
Just like completely blank face,
walk
Captain.
Out the door to go to the galley.
10 minutes later, you get a docking request from.
Can we answer the other?
Yes.
ship?
Okay. Yep. You answer the Lucius Cornelius Sula.
Mm-hmm.
You get the communications officer on board who says, yes, I was hoping to speak with Captain Dean Fairless.
Can I relay a message to him?
Yes, our captain would like to speak with him. It's an urgent matter of national policy.
And
that's all I'm authorized to say, sir. You know I can see you rolling your eyes, right?
damn it. I'll let him know.
Okay.
So yeah, I disconnect and then I'll go tell the captain that the other captain wants to speak to him as well. And we can arrange for them to come over after you've had your little chat, or you can take a video conference back on the bridge.
Yeah,
whatever.
sure. Everyone can come over. I mean, why don't we start selling merchandise? It's a goddamn tourist spot over here.
You are a crew of roaming merchants. Selling your own merchandise wouldn't be a terrible idea.
That's true.
You could sell Disaster Arsenal shirts.
Yeah.
And hats.
Authentic battle damage.
Brilliant.
Arsenal dolls. Mugs.
They come with their own detachable miniature knife ball.
It's a real working knife ball.
With a tiny little
With a real working
It's got like Swiss Army knife level of knives.
Ow.
It's like little pinpricks. Yeah, so the shuttle from the destroyer, pulls up next to you and begins docking procedures as long as you guys don't stop them in any way.
No.
Okay, all
Welcome
right.
aboard.
Several minutes later, Captain, you find yourself face to face with the captain of the Morax faction, the Lobellan government. He's holding his captain's hat underneath his arm and is just like, I'll take that tea now.
Yeah, it's licorice tea. It's fucking awful.
He sips at it and goes, delicious.
Licorice tea is the worst.
I'm like standing there with a tray and
And like maybe
just
a
stone
gun.
face.
Captain, might we speak privately, please?
Biscuits,
All right. I mean, is this
No, thank you.
crackers.
No, thank you.
Sir,
Toast?
also, it's my personal chef. He's well
Crepes.
dressed. Are you sure it's just the two of us you want then?
Just the two of us.
All right, Jonas. I'll just tell you everything later anyways. I don't know why everyone does this.
Understood, Captain. And I turn and walk off.
I don't trust ship's cooks. I find they're often a violent, predatory people.
I've had to go through several chefs because of the violent tendencies and throwing of sharp objects, but he's a good one. What's your order of business with us today then?
Captain, we received several messages regarding your passport logs when you were in the Escalabaran and Edinabi system. I was hoping that you might show me your logs for your most recent travels.
I'll show you mine if you should. No, I'm just kidding around. Of course, you can take a look at the logs. I mean, why, if you're curious, anything specific you are wondering? I start like keying up the logs.
Yeah, so he like pauses it as soon as you key it up and says, right here, these entries.
And he's referring to entries that Juan Diego's put into the computer.
Yes. He's referring to your drill space entries.
Like,
he says,
pretty good calculations, huh? Probably never seen anyone so sharp with a, I don't know what tool you use to do that much math, but with
the
one
navigation
of those,
computer.
he's hot.
Abacus.
Navcom.
You're aware that these transit times are 1/4 of the standard amount, and that your ship is capable of jumping twice as far as a normal ship.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what gives us the upper hand on the other merchants is the skill and equipment we bring to the table.
I understand. Captain, the Morax faction would like to purchase your ship and the services of Juan Diego from you.
Oh, well, Juan Diego's under contract, you see.
Yes, we're aware. That's why we'd like to purchase that contract from you.
All right, I'm listening for offers. I mean,
we're willing to offer
any
you
numbers.
10 million credits.
Sold. So it sounds like a good deal. Let me think. And you want the ship as well, I assume, because that's
Yes.
what he's flying. Yeah. So that's for both.
Indeed.
God, does Juan Diego have like a twin brother that we could kind of pawn off? Oh yeah, sure, that's him. It matches the description. No. Wow. Is that 10 million for one ship?
Is there so much to think about, Captain?
Juan Diego.
I think this would be relatively straightforward.
Do you guys get it? No. It's funny. I wrote down he wants 10 million for one ship and Juan Diego.
Yeah, he's looking for a One Punch Man as well, but you can't provide him with that.
One Punch Man. I'm like, look, well, unfortunately, we're in the middle of quite a few operations. We're doing some transportation, so I can't exactly stop in the middle of a job. You know, I've got
15 million.
I mean, have you talked on about this? I mean, it is, you know.
Wanted a profitable trade deal.
Juan Diego is like a living, breathing, sentient person that is also, you know,
under contract.
Right, but how do you feel about re-rolling a new character? No.
Just so you guys know, new ships are not easy to come by. It might take you a while.
I mean, this is just letting me know that.
Yes, but with the power of montage.
I say you can hire out my services, and that includes those of Juan Diego and the ship, just like anyone else.
I see. I have one final card to play, Captain. You're a shrewd negotiator. Perhaps you'd be interested in a seat on the Morax Faction Council. Does that perhaps pique your interest? He sips at the tea and then goes, delicious.
Have you seen what the people spray paint on buildings about you people? not nice stuff.
I haven't been down to the planet side in almost 8 months.
Yeah, I think I saw that spray painted on a wall.
You saw
Look,
someone spray paint
I'm
on a wall. I haven't been down to the planet side in 8 months.
you're
That's
out of
very
touch with the
oddly
people.
specific, Captain. I feel like you
Out of
aren't taking
touch.
me
The
seriously.
people feel like you're not, representing. Look, I don't want to get involved. Really, is the thing. I've got space to fly through. That's my jam. I'm a captain.
Understood, Captain. I will report back to the council with your words. I've got space to fly through.
All right.
He reaches out to shake your hand.
Yeah, I give him a nice handshake.
All right. The captain of the ship just zooms away back on the shuttle.
Right away, I hold a ship meeting. Holy cow! That guy wanted to buy Juan Diego and the ship for $15 million. It's crazy.
You must be desperate to offer that kind of money. Something's going on.
People need to move around quick.
Not just that. I mean, there are far larger vessels out there if you need to move large amounts of cargo quickly. No, this is something else. Probably we're wanting it for some form of covert operations.
Well, if they heard about the canyon run, they might also need pilots for fighting pilots. You can.
Did you offer them a lease option?
No, I just told them they could hire us out like anyone else if they have a specific job that needs done faster than normal,
That's reasonable.
But I've decided that maybe we should raise our rates because that's a lot of money. We're in high demand,
apparently. Well, Juan Diego's skills puts us in demand. Oh, yeah.
All right, where's this? Who else was calling?
So you've got a call from the Lucius, but you've also got a number of news reports piling up from the planet that all have like emergency tags on them. The kind of stuff that's like planetary, system-wide news that really shakes things up. So the question is, do you want to go through them chronologically or just take the most recent news updates?
I think that's what I was doing while this meeting was going on. And I think I would probably start with the most recent and then go backwards.
Okay, so you get the following news reports. Rikaby announces their newfound appreciation for the Imago Dei movement and have freed all of their VI workers to join the Imago Dei movement at their discretion. Foremen at the spaceport now report morale and work conditions are better than ever. Newfound technical specifications and knowledge are pouring from Rikaby's long-closed ports. In a swell of support, the impoverished people of Edza in the Escalblarian system have also declared freedom for VI after the ill-fated attack on the Scipio Africanus, throwing their support behind the growing Imago Dei movement. There are more reports of Imago Dei graffiti throughout the capital city of Labella, and that the Morax faction is repeatedly clashing with other factions over this issue and how it would destroy their economy.
Wait, are they like against the Imago Dei?
They're not against the Imago Dei specifically, but the Labellan economy is supported by VI worker creation. They're the primarily that's what the planet builds and exports is VIs, chassis and workers for the rest of the system. The second report is a wave of terror attacks on the capital spaceport of Labella have been laid low, leading to some to dismiss the first wave of attacks as nothing more than a lucky fluke or some sort of shadow military exercise by the Morax government to push for more funding for the Fleet Cruiser Enterprise project. And the final note is, in response to recent threats, the Morax government refuses to expand its own military forces from pressure from the citizenry and is instead hiring up contracts of free merchant traders and independent starships.
Oh, yeah.
Just like they're trying to do for us, I see.
Fighter pilots, I told you.
So I think I would have mentioned this then at the meeting. It seems this is a common trend these days. There's something going down, you're correct.
Well, if people are preparing for ship battle, maybe we should get the ship a little more battle ready.
That costs a lot of money, though.
Well, let's
Exactly.
try to sell some of this. What do we have? A bunch of
Alien artifacts.
Kavarthian.
Yeah, we've got those artifacts. Got a great deal on them, too.
Kavorthian?
Kargoth.
Kargothian.
Kogoth.
Yeah, we'll just, go get rid of this stuff and see what kind of profit we bring in. And also talk to what's his name, the dockmaster.
Well, you still have another meeting with the other ship. They've been waiting.
You're talking
Who
about
knows?
Portmaster
Maybe we can-
Caesar Lamont. Yeah, are you cutting back over to speak to the Lucius Cornelius Sulla?
Yeah, so I'll cut over there. What was it? Caesar? What?
The
The
Portmaster's name was Caesar Lamont. That's who you're bringing the Pionian to. And you currently have a call from the Lucius Cornelius Sulla.
Yeah. Okay. So I take this call.
The captain answers and is just like, Captain Fairless, Disaster Arsenal. Are you there?
Oh yeah, this is Disaster Arsenal, Captain Fair. I mean, either one's fine, really.
Captain.
Captain.
I represent
Can't get over that
a
nickname.
faction
God,
of...
You know what? Even Captain Arsenal would be fine. Mix the two. Go crazy.
Captain Arsenal.
Like
I
Clancy.
was hoping to speak with you on behalf of a faction of the military. We were looking to hire your ship and crew to do some work for us.
We're free traders, not mercenaries. If you need something moved from one place to another, that's fine.
We were hoping you would do some exploratory work for us. Could be quite dangerous, but the pay is substantial.
Do you mean space exploration or planetary exploration?
In a way, both.
Well, that sounds very sketchy.
It's something only your crew is capable of undertaking, Captain. You've caught
would
the
you be
attention of your betters.
Would you be able to inform me very much about the job without us taking it?
I'm afraid that we would require a non-disclosure agreement before we discussed anything.
Right, of course. What about the location?
Oh, we could sign a non-disclosure agreement without accepting a contract.
Okay. I'm wondering if they're trying to get like to some crazy location, because I want to go to where was it? I just want to go to Anator. How far is that from here?
It's 4 jumps, 2 double jumps.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
That's where I'm from.
Can we even make it that far?
Well, you currently don't have any gas, so the answer to that's no, but you can do 2 double jumps for sure. With no problem.
Yeah. Okay, so that's something I want to do. But we'll hear you out. Can I have my crew listen in as well? We can all sign an agreement. We're
Absolutely.
professional traders here.
I'll be bringing the Lucius in on docking maneuvers. Prepare for boarding.
All right. Yeah, and we prepare to receive the whatever crew of the Lucius comes over.
Okay. So the captain comes alone with several like compads that are keyed for your DNA. So when you press them, you'll be agreeing to a non-disclosure agreement.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you touch it and it like stabs you, sucks some blood out.
Yep, exactly.
I read
and
it
then
first.
You've made a blood pact.
Yeah, they want you to blood pact. He I mean, it's a standard non-disclosure boiler plate, all that junk. There's nothing particularly special about it. The forfeit is 1 million credits, however, for each person that breaks it.
I can keep my mouth shut, so I'm not worried.
Yep, that's fair.
Captain
If I
Orso.
Might get it tell.
If I just don't take notes, it's like it never happened anyways.
Wow. Great. You've been taking notes from Cambridge Analytical. Or I guess in this case, you've not been taking notes from Cambridge Analytical. Captain, I'm sure as you're well aware as a merchant captain that there are certain systems that we go to and certain systems we do not go to, yes?
Yeah, I mean, the trade routes are pretty established these days.
The military has been attempting to build the Enterprise for some years, and it's still almost half a decade away from completion. The building and preparing of the Drive 2 system necessary to make the double jump has been slowing the process down immensely. Now, as I'm sure you're aware, that when space exploration first rose back up during the Rising, there were great profits and opportunities to be made in the system for those who got there first, which is why Labella stands at the forefront of the current galactic economy.
Right, and you need... Wait, what do you need from
You're
me?
hoping to get to some new markets?
The Escalabaran system is 2 jumps away from the Usadari system, a currently unexplored system. As I'm sure you're aware, given your most recent jump, the AI in the Vegabus system has been preventing anyone from communicating or taking a second jump out of that system. No one who's attempted it has ever returned. However, you can bypass the carrier and move directly to Usadari. We would like you to take some troops there and perform system exploration. We would be willing to give you 20% of the salvage there. This could be a significant boon for you, Captain. However, the dangers are great. Since the course hasn't been charted in some time, there's a fairly good chance the ship may explode or simply not even enter drive space or never leave it. We're willing to compensate you greatly on the front end of things for that.
How greatly are we talking?
1 million credits for each of you.
Excuse me,
Yes.
if I may.
Mm-hmm. And who are you?
Jonas Allers. Pleasure to meet you.
Understood. Mr. Allers.
Mike, I have a idle question, if you would permit me. The AI in Vigaba has been blocking transit to that system.
Yes.
Did anyone stop to consider that there may have been a reason for that?
Whether there is a reason or not, the government of Labella requires an answer, and we of the military will provide that answer for them. We cannot simply rely on old, crazed AI with its own agenda to protect this sector. We, the Labellan, the remnants of the Mandate fleet, will do what we can to do the heavy lifting and bear the burdens of others. Your worlds, Captain Fairless, Jonah Allers, were protected by the Labellans over the dark night of the Scream, and we hope to bring all worlds under our umbrella.
Is there any information on this system before the Scream?
So before the Scream, there is some information on it. Let me pull it up for you.
You say you'll be sending crew along with us, soldiers?
He says, yes, of course. We wouldn't simply send you in alone without any backup. And we would need observers in order to make sure that we would be capable of finding what we needed. Now, as you can see here, there's only one planet in the Usadari system, Agis. It was extremely hostile to life. He brings out several pictures of what appear to be like cute rodents, but then it shows the scale of them, and they're knocking over starships. As you can see, The gravity on this particular planet has given rise to super mutant level of human and non-human agriculture. A problem that was solved with the judicious use of lasers.
Never thought I would see an ROUS before.
Wow,
So you're
beat me to
telling
that
me
joke, huh? Okay, fine.
You're telling me we need to do a landing expedition here.
Simply a flyover.
Okay.
If the biological life on the planet has survived until this time, we suspect that we might be able to cultivate several animal and plant specimens which would be capable of defensive biological warfare. I don't know how up you are on the news, but our government is under attack, and new avenues of weaponry would be greatly appreciated.
Speaking of,
Wait, you're talking about growing kaiju?
I don't get the reference. I get the reference, but the captain doesn't get the reference because his planet is full of Roman descent people, not
See,
Japanese descent.
that would only work on that style of gravitational pull of that planet. Any other planets, and they would fall victim to the square cubed law.
Indeed, Captain. However, if we deploy them as shock troops through space combat, could you imagine a
Fair.
bulk freighter launching 4 of these giant rodents at an enemy space station?
I guess they just rip right into it.
Horrifying.
Horrifying. Some would say glorious. We would be capable of reducing the amount of lives lost of our Marines and citizens to 4 pets.
But what of the pets?
I'm
What
sure I
of
don't need to
those-
go over citizen law of the Mandate and of the Morax faction, but we do not recognize non-human intelligences as being given the same rights as those of humans and human-level intellects.
Do they have like some sort of animal cruelty laws? Though?
Of course, yeah. I mean, they're
Okay.
a modern, civilized space government.
So, I mean,
but
I
things
guess
were...
take good care of the big giant.
So it would be CETA, Space PETA.
Yeah.
We really don't
They're
need
like,
space PETA. We don't need actual PETA.
We don't need actual.
That's true.
They're off the rails.
Yeah, they're actually fucking crazy.
Yeah. God, they just had such good intentions.
Yeah, in between all the terrorism.
So I'm gonna just ask the crew, like, sounds like a very dangerous job, especially relying a lot on my pilot. I'm gonna have to see what they think about it. Would you be up to the task, Juan Diego? Untouched space waiting for you to just trot right through it.
I will admit it is a tempting offer. I have always wanted to see what's on the other side.
And Jonas, do you want 1 million credits?
I'm loath to go against the wisdom of the AI here. I mean, if they're blocking travel to these worlds, there's probably a very good reason for it. But it's a chance to explore. It's a chance to go somewhere where no one else has gone.
At least not for a very long time.
Not for a very long time.
Maybe we could get one other species named after us or something. That'd be fun.
I would like to request an addendum that if we're going to be going into an area that these creatures may be hostile, perhaps a backup gunner could be provided to us for the ship.
Well, I'm sure one of the soldiers will be trained in ship gunnery.
Should at least ask and make sure.
We do have our own crew. It sounds like we'll take the job, but
We need some time. Of course.
well, we need a little bit of time, and we have our own crew. I'll need you to provide.
I'm afraid that time is of the essence here.
All right. Well, we can dump these. I mean, do we really? What else do we have to do besides sell this stuff?
That is what we need to do.
Maybe we could sell it to the giant rats.
I
do
highly
not
doubt it.
believe they are going to be purchasing those things. No.
One other question. The AI is blocking transit through that system to where you want us to go, meaning that our ship and our pilot are the only, quite literally the only ones that can get us there.
That's correct.
How do you intend on making use of these creatures in a military capacity if you only have one small ship capable of handling it?
Oh, the Enterprise, right?
What I'm about to tell you is, of course, highly classified, but
Of course.
should this project succeed, funding for the Enterprise will be earmarked for rush delivery.
Of
Okay,
course.
well, we can just hold on to our goods, right? We're not going to need to use our storage space.
Will we be needing to bring any of these creatures back with us?
No.
Or is
Simply
this
observing
an
the system.
exploratory fact-finding?
Indeed. Just observations.
I think we
Well
could
then,
pretty much leave right away, but I will need you to
We will
kit out-
refuel and reoxygenate your ship, and we will leave 2 of our Marines with you, who also have doctorates in survey.
which system are we in right now?
I'll
You are
also
in the
need-
Beatrice system.
the-
You'll need
the-
to jump to
Which is where we
Esclabaron.
needed to drop the pet here, right?
Yes, you need to drop
Yes.
the Pionions. It's a 1-day trip to the space station and then 1 day back.
Perhaps we should sell our cargo first. That way,
It takes a week.
Because if
that
these,
that takes
it takes a week. But if we're going to be flying around, taking a look at creatures that can knock starships out of the sky, I'd hate to see our cargo destroyed.
I mean, at the very least, I'd like to take 4 days to drop it off at the planet and come back. Put it in our warehouse.
Would a time delay be a deal breaker in this case?
I will allow you 9 days. If you are not prepared to move by then, I'm afraid we will need to look for other measures.
Fantastic.
We'll be ready to go. Can you perhaps secure some combat field armor for my
When you are
crew here
prepared
in
to
case
make the
there's
jump,
problems and
we will release the combat field uniforms to your people.
All right, sounds great.
Power armor?
It was excellent working with you, Captain Arsenal.
All right.
I look forward to our continued partnership.
We'll be in close contact until we make the jump, of course.
So they transfer fuel to your ship and completely top off your oxygen reserves and food. It takes you 1 day to get to the planet, at which point you are given priority clearance to land at the Flower Spaceport at one of the inner hexes this time instead of one of the outer hexes.
Oh, we're VIPs.
Nice.
The portmaster is waiting for you in the docking bay.
We've got our pink and blue Pyongyang,
Pink and teal.
pink and
Very
teal,
important distinction.
ready to go.
He says, excellent work, all of you. I've spoken with our psychic, and they've indicated that they will be capable of finding what it is you need.
Fantastic.
However, they wish to extract their own price from you.
How much?
Or what?
Why don't you finish your trading? And when you're done, they will have been finished their preparations.
All right. Well, that sounds fine. Yeah, we've got plenty of.
You agreed to that very quickly. Okay, well.
I mean, he probably knew I would, so. All right. Let's make some phone calls, huh?
You are looking to sell your alien artifacts?
Correct.
All right, let's look at things.
So we are alien
tables.
artifacts.
I feel like I've got trade tables somewhere. Trade charts. Here we go.
They are cultural and luxury, so I should be getting up 1 bonus towards selling
Yes.
them here.
The friction rating on the planet is 2. So you have a -1, and then I believe you have a +4 bonus.
Oh wait,
which
sorry.
gives you
I was looking at the alien artwork. This is the alien artifacts. I don't actually get a bonus to this one.
I think that the alien artwork is alien artifacts. They're the same thing.
No, there's 2 different listings.
Mm.
Alien artwork is
Oh,
actually
yeah. So which
more
one did you
expensive.
buy? The artifacts?
Yes.
They're still culturals, so... Right? Is that what you were looking to sell? Oh, they aren't luxury, though.
Yeah, they're
Right.
not luxury.
So you have a +2 to this roll. 3d6 +2 for sell price.
Okay.
I'm sorry, buying an alien artifact is not a luxury item. It's considered necessity.
All right. Go.
19, you get 200% market value.
Holy
Wow.
crap!
So
I think we just made a profitable deal.
you did.
That's a high roll.
That's
Very, very high roll.
That's a very high roll.
So what did you spend on these? Like 60? Oh no, I wrote it down somewhere.
Let's see.
We got a 40% discount.
Yeah, we had a
Yeah.
40% discount. So
You got an amazing amount of money out of
We
this.
had 100,000 credits worth that we spent 60,000 on.
Speaking of which, Juan, by the way, your company's accounts tick over because you have to pay all your employees at the end of last month.
we did that at the end of last session.
Did we do that? Okay.
Yes.
Excellent.
We paid them early just to make sure it was taken care of.
I thought I wrote down all of your current cargo, but I guess I didn't. Anyway, how many units of cargo were you carrying?
100.
So you get 100 times 2,000. Oops, that's wrong. You get 200,000 credits.
Yep.
Your alien artifacts are extremely valuable on planet. Disaster Arsenal is a very popular brand right now, and your personal company is in a good position. So when you're offloading these goods, Ezekiel comes and meets you guys. He's in like a business suit with some Gurren Lagann Kamina glasses on, and he's got like a rose in his pocket, his suit pocket, and he's just like, "Hey, how's it going, guys? So you're making some good trade deals.
How is your college?
Everything's been going great for Prism, guys. See, it turns out that those Alexi twins bought out everything on our entire floor, and we're the only storefront that's been holding out. So everybody comes over and looks at our stuff because we're unique."
Did he paint it? What did I tell him? Told him to paint the storefront like
It's like a god awful.
Yeah, you told him to paint it like
color.
purple and orange or something.
yeah.
Yeah, he painted it the complementary colors of theirs. Yeah, it's been attracting business, which is why people are so thirsty for your goods here.
Awesome.
And he's like, yeah, no, I've been talking to the Alexis all day. Apparently, they spend all of their time now on planet hiring other free merchants to go out and do stuff for them, and adventuring groups to go explore unknown parts of space. They're like full-time shopkeep merchants now. It's a pretty sweet gig myself.
Well, we're about to go do some exploration as well.
Oh, well, that's gonna be real nice.
Let's see here.
And I gotta say, I've been doing pretty well at college. You know, I got like a 2.5 GPA so far. Test score has been coming back nicely.
2.5.
Well, I brought you back.
I mean, he literally works like full time for you guys and goes to college on the side.
I'm like, I brought you back this jacket here.
He looks at that jacket and then looks at his new suit jacket and is like, "I'll keep it for the weekends."
Yeah, not much of a work shirt, I guess. All right, what else do we need to do while we're here? I mean, I wanted to pick up some med kits and stuff before we go.
Let's do a little bit of shopping now that we got some money, eh?
I like that plan. That reminds me also, I don't think that I paid for the ship upkeep.
You pay for ship
the-
upkeep every 6
not-
months.
Not ship upkeep, the bill to pay the ship.
You mean the
loan.
crew? I think you guys did that at the end of the last episode.
No, the loan on the ship.
Oh, right. The loan on the ship, huh? Let's see here. The monthly payment on the ship is 13,166 credits.
Right, and that was already in the bank at Labella,
Okay.
and so that gets paid.
Yep.
But then I'm also going to restock the bank at Labella.
Yep, makes perfect sense.
For 2 more months worth of stuff.
They appreciate your forthright and honest attempts at paying your bills.
I mean,
I really like it at the bank when people pay their bills.
It's weird, huh?
So I'm thinking we could take 15K out to get some hover cycles.
I think what we should
No.
do is invest here in our business here in Prism, as we have done back on the Izov.
I highly support this.
Okay. How
Recommendation.
big of an expansion would you like to get?
That's a good question. I probably should open up the PDF.
Yeah. So they
tells me
start.
how that works.
Ezekiel
So we could do
begins
something.
putting out "Excuse our dust" signs everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking to get out of this expansion?
Stay away from exposed wiring.
You know, a foothold, like
I mean, we should just get. I mean, things are popping
a
off.
money
Maybe we should
mill.
get. Maybe we should get some protection.
Now that's pretty good too.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is home
So
base. We want to get like some mercenaries and an army.
you want to get some mercenaries in an army? All right. So your simple storefront has 3 holding points, and you can go get a corporate security, like a small armory of dudes, for 3 holding points, and it costs 50,000. This will give you a well-armed guards and a healthy armory, and be all the space that your storefront can hold.
How much does that cost?
50,000 credits.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
I think it's good. Maybe we need to increase our hold as well.
To update to the next hold costs 25,000 credits,
Yep.
and we'll give you 6 holding points.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it sounds like a good deal to me.
Okay, so what are we getting?
25,000?
We're getting guards.
We're getting guards, which fills us up. So then we're gonna get more area.
You tell me when you guys have it figured out. I don't want to start writing stuff down until you've...
I mean, and if we do have some more money, if we want to put something else in there as well to reduce friction while we're here, or something of the sort.
So that
Ooh.
that gets us from a small storefront up to corporate holdings.
So you're currently small storefront for 10,000. To go to single floor is 25,000. Yes.
Okay. So that's 25,000, and then it was 50,000 for what was the name of the upgrade we're getting?
You want to buy the corporate security miner to get an armory. It's just called corp security miner.
That's cool.
Gas up your
And-
ship while
This
smoking
doesn't-
cigarettes. So in total, this will cost you 75,000, and you will end up
Mhm.
with a second level holding with 3 remaining holding points. And you will also have a armory of corporate security guards that you can dispatch on the planet to do stuff. You also have your own floor now.
Yeah. It was a good campaign. It ended when Jonas started smoking while he was refueling the.
You know, I noticed that about the guy in StarCraft 2 Terran campaign that was the engineer. He was always smoking, and I was like, seems like a really bad habit for an engineer. Just
I mean, also seems like a bad thing to do inside of
spaceship.
your
Yes.
your space helmet.
Yes.
Which, what's his name likes to do?
Rainer
what
and
it's-
the other guy. They're both like,
it's
hell,
called
it's about time.
It's called hotboxing. Hello.
Yeah, not very good with a cigar.
This is Octaris Minx, leader of the
You think that
Sons
was
of
actually
Koloth.
a cigarette?
But, dude, the thing is, they must have some really good like filtration units in those suits.
Right?
Did you ever read any of the StarCraft novellas?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
the
only
first
got
one was
StarCraft
about how
2.
Marines are made by psychologically reconditioning criminals and replacing their memories. That shit was dope.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah. The first book was the only really good one, but it was really good. All right. So you guys made a bunch of money, and now you have a corporate security team.
And now
All
we
this
have
is
no
taking
money.
you 7 days, which means you have 1 day to get back into space and get to where you're going.
Okay.
Perfect.
So you
While
all
this is
receive.
going on, does this take all of us to do the trade deal?
No, it only takes one Diego.
No, and
Say,
me. because I
while
have
we're
one.
Oh,
doing
and Dean
this-
Fairless. Yes. What would you like to do?
I wanted to upgrade my gun.
Talk to me about how you're going to do this upgrade.
Let's see. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I wanted to do either the one of three, either auto targeting, boosted, or customized.
So I mean, you can pick one or all of them, or
Let's see. I need to find them again. Are
target.
those in the base book or those are?
Yes, starship fitting. Oh no, that's a starship fitting, not the auto targeting system. Are you sure that's for weapons? It looks like when I search for auto target, it's a starship level fitting. Pharmaceuticals, tools, and
We
med
can't get just
gear.
like a backpack mounted one.
A backpack mounted auto target to do what?
Like a ship's
Fire
auto
maps
target?
at you? I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
Well, my search doesn't even turn up customized.
Well, it's going to be under the equipment section in page 61. Look at this. He had all week to prepare. Didn't tell me.
It's almost like I wasn't
Totally
at a
my fault,
con or
too.
something.
Oh, that's right. You were at the conference. Listen, you were on a plane flight, though.
No, I tell you to buy some med packs while you're out and about.
Oh, that would be a
Med
good idea.
Yeah.
Where the heck
Tell you to
is
just take some money out of the funds, ship
modifications?
funds, and buy a bunch of med kits.
Drones, cyberware. You guys don't even have a team hacker. Unique
we're
weapons.
terrible.
Why do they have artifact weapons before mods? Here we go. Sample mods. Auto targeting costs 4,000. Grants a +1 to hit. Fixed level 2. So how do we install a mod? Okay, installing mods. You need a well-equipped TL4 level workshop. You can easily find that on Planet.
Our
a shop-
ship's workshop should count.
Your ship doesn't. I mean, a starship needs to have a workshop fitting in order to qualify.
Oh,
You don't
I
have
thought
that.
they were.
Would you like to buy a workshop or do you want to rent one? You can.
Workshops are expensive as
Yes,
all hell.
workshops cost 25,000 to purchase, or 100 credits a day to rent.
Can we install a workshop in the ship?
No, your ship is full on mods right now, I think. And even if it wasn't, it would take you time to install it. You could put a workshop in your corporate headquarters.
We'll just rent one for now, and we can figure it out later.
Excellent.
Whether or
I
not we
mean-
want to get one permanent or not.
Yes.
we might want it since
Mods
you
take
like
time.
it.
It takes 1 week per minimum skill level. It takes you 2 weeks to install on auto target.
Oh, so I don't have enough time.
Yep.
What page is that on?
It is on page 90.
Of the core rulebook?
Kieran Ariz fitted Gul Dukat's transport vessel with an ultra-powered plasma cannon. Man, someone was watching Deep Space Nine. If you find anything on that list that is fix level 1 that you'd like to install, you could do that during the week.
Let's see. Which rulebook are you looking at?
I'm looking at Stars Without Numbers Deluxe Revised.
Oh, I am looking at the wrong rulebook.
That would be why we were having problems
Deluxe Revised.
communicating.
There we go.
I think what we've got here is a failure to communicate, my friend. You got to put me out of misery.
You're like, wait,
And
you're
we're
using
scrolling.
5th edition rules? I've been playing 2E this whole time. No wonder my AC's all messed up.
No wonder I only have a 5% chance to sneak.
Yeah, I'll add customized onto it.
Okay,
It gives
excellent.
it a +1 to hit.
Yep. It will cost you 700 credits plus 1,000. So 1,700 credits for a week's worth of work. What does your mag pistol look like now that you've totally customized it?
Oh, it's totally got outfitted with brand new grips, and the sightings have been filed.
Oh my god, you're literally Solid Snake or Venom Snake in Metal Gear Solid 3, where he's like, "This is the M1911A1, the greatest handgun known to man. As you can see here, it's been polished to a mere finish. The slide's been reinforced." I love that scene. It's literally just 4 minutes. Oh, is that his name? It's Naked Snake. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's Naked Snake in Metal Gear Solid 3. Venom Snake's 5. All right. Yeah, you get that. All of you get at the same moment, right as you're planning to blast off into space, a message. The sender identifies themselves as Gamble Doubt.
Well, that sounds like a cool name. And let's reply. Is it a live call?
No, it's a video message that they've
okay.
left for you.
Play?
Okay, you hit play. A tall man with spiked black hair and like an eye patch that has a cross on it appears on the screen and says, "Captain Dean Fairless, my name is Gamble Doubt, or as you may otherwise know me, Niles Vandegreer. I am the psychic that works with the Libellan government that you have requested the services of. I've peered into your future, and in almost every possible outcome, I die, often in horrible and terrifying ways. I will not be working with you, but I have identified
Fascinating.
a person that could work with you and survive the issue. There are 2 problems with it, which I will explain further later. Obviously, as a psychic, I already know how this conversation is going to turn out. I have left each of you a sealed mail message. Each message contains within it 2 curses that I have left for you to the future. Messages that, if you read it, will change your life and alter the course of destiny around you permanently. And I have given your message to one of your other crewmates. And so my challenge is this. Each of you must bear the burden of another. If you do this, I will tell you where you can find your lost psychic."
So
You're muted, Captain.
I
I
just want to make
slam
sure
my hands on the table. I'm super pissed off. Like, what the hell? We had a deal.
So I'm just trying to make sure I'm following this.
So this is a
correctly.
pre-recorded video message, but he's like, "Yes,
Yeah.
Captain, I know you're angry." It's literally like the
Oh, so this is
Maximilian
like
Pegasus
the
video in the
Doctor
first
Who
episode of
back in
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh, God.
However, I never agreed to work for you. This contract was brought to my desk without my knowledge. And while I am willing to help you, you carry a burden around you.
How
Right,
could
so
it
he
be
wants us
brought
to
to his
read-
desk without his knowledge?
They want. I think he meant without his approval.
Yeah, but he said knowledge. He's a
Uh,
precog. He should have known it was coming.
I mean, you don't
he
precog questions
he knows
about
what's-
every little thing.
He knows what's coming if he comes and joins. on
So
this shit, and
the
then
precog is looking at his
yeah.
watch and is like, "Yes, I'll wait for your conversation to finish."
So this this guy wants we have each individual messages as well that are.
You each will receive a message meant for one of the other crew members that describes something that they need to do to avoid a cursed fate.
Okay.
And the question is, how much do you trust each other, basically?
To
Okay.
avoid a cursed fate.
Yeah. I mean,
fuck?
Sorry, I guess I said that wrong. What he actually said was each of the messages is twinned cursed. So it's the other way around. Reading these will cause you problems.
So basically, we're staring at a bunch of self-fulfilling prophecies.
Yep.
wait, but if we read them, then he'll tell me where I can get a precog?
Yes.
So we get
But we all have to read them?
Yes.
so we have to read these prophecies
Yes.
about our friends,
Yep.
and by doing so, curse ourselves.
Yes.
Sounds about right to me.
I just stare at the screen and it's like, that's pretty fucked up.
I understand your feelings.
Like,
I'm sorry, I actually need to go shortly.
For this.
I'm afraid my allotted time with you is up. I'm sure I already know what your decision's going to be, but you might as well just say it towards the video monitor.
So
I'm
we're
not going
doing
to do
this?
that.
All right, the monitor blinks off. Bloop.
Should I
And then it just says end of recording.
Yeah, I'm super pissed off. I'm like, what's his name? Oh god, what was his
Caesar
name?
Lamont.
Caesar Lamont, that son of a
Do you call
bitch.
him up?
Yeah.
Caesar's, you can hear him in the background. He's like at a birthday party and he's like, Captain Fairless, listen, my granddaughter is loving this Pyongyang.
Yeah, I'll
She
need
named
to
it
get
Dean.
that Pyongyang back from you. What was the name? I'll write that down because I'll be keeping that Pyongyang.
She named it Dean.
As you did not keep up your end of the bargain.
I
That's
promised to
my
put you in
Pyongyang.
contact with a military psychic, and I did.
You sturdy son of a... Are there kids around?
Yes, this is a birthday party. I have you on private call.
All right, I'll try not to swear, but still I'm upset. All he did was curse me and my crew.
Well, that's unfortunate. Of course, he told me that was exactly what he was going to do after our conversations, so...
Oh, he is the worst.
No, he's the best. We only have 3 psychics on planet that work for the government. You've already encountered 2 of them.
All right, well... Well, we got a bad deal and we didn't... I'm not happy about it, I'll tell you that.
Captain.
If that Pyongyang has a litter, I want one of those kits. You tell me, okay? We got a
Understood,
deal?
Captain Fairless. I'll set one
All
aside
right.
for you.
All right. I hang up. I'm so pissed. I'm so angry.
Listen, Captain Dean, I think this is something we need to do. All of us are fucked anyway. We might as well all be fucked together with a psychic who can get us out of this shit.
Look, I'd really love to get someone on the team, and he seemed to have some kind of line on somebody, but I don't want to open up this scary message.
No one should know too much about their own future.
When you say that, Jonas,
Right.
all 3 of you each get an individualized message from one Sergeant Vandergreer.
Mm-hmm.
A play?
I mean, they're text messages, and all of them
Well,
have the...
Let me look at my phone.
This is the one, the like...
yes, this says open this in the RE line.
Don't open that. That's the curse. It's like one. It's like the.
It's a
worst
curse
thing
message sent
ever.
from the future.
Listen,
Look, this is worse than those like scam emails trying to like take your money. It's gonna kill us all, I think.
I don't.
So you acting like it's a chain letter.
It's like,
Juan, are you checking your message?
don't check it. I mean, already.
I'm
So,
my finger hovering over the
Fortuna
button.
is playing as slow motion as you lift your hand up.
Like, look, Jonas said he's not reading his, so you're not getting anything out of it unless we all read it. It's not useful.
If this is for you, then maybe it's useful.
But if it's for Jonas, he doesn't want to know about it, right, Jonas?
Then I'll keep my mouth shut.
No, I don't want to know.
Fine.
Why would you want to know about your own fate, your own end?
Look,
Which makes you question why you want a psychic precog on the crew.
If you open yours and it's
what we
about,
want.
if you open yours and it's about Jonas, then that means I have yours, right?
Not necessarily.
I think so.
No, that's literally true.
Oh yeah, okay.
If we each have our others, so yeah. So I'm open it if you want. I don't know if we'll be able to.
Listen. Maybe you don't want to know this, but I do, and I would prefer to have a psychic on board than not. This is something I cannot unlearn, but I've made a lot of mistakes in my past that I'm striving to undo. And maybe one more.
And you'd like to add one more to this? Go ahead, open the dang thing then. Go ahead.
All right, I'm going to read it
See how
privately.
it goes.
Okay.
You'll be sorry.
I think you should have had a pop-up window, Juan Diego.
Yep.
Okay.
This doesn't make a goddamn lick of sense.
Juan Diego just starts crying, pouring. The light comes out of the phone and just melts his face like the Ark of the Covenant.
It's not the Ark of the Covenant, man.
It seems harmless enough.
God, how come no one ever builds a laser system called the Ark of the Covenant? That's the best name ever.
The problem is there's nothing here that indicates if it's for you or for him. So...
I mean, is it just more vague threats, basically? I can...
No. Neither one of you need to know what it says. And... unless you're willing to take a risk yourself.
I'm just like watching Jonas. Are you like very resolute in not opening this thing?
I unlock my communications device.
Mm-hmm.
I set it down on the table, and I walk out of the room.
Okay, interesting.
It's like, you guys can read it if you want. I want no part
So
of it.
it'll trigger as read, and he'll think we've all read them, right?
Surely, as a psychic, he would never see through your ploy.
Yeah, but he's a precog. I mean, he's not omniscient. He doesn't detect everything.
I mean, that's your take on things.
You don't know how powerful a precog is. God damn it, Jonas! And I stalk out of the bridge towards him.
I mean, Captain, that just leaves you in a room with this. You have your message and you have Jonas's.
Yeah. So
imagine what you could do with all this knowledge of the future.
What I'm gonna do, first of all, he unlocked his compad, so I'm gonna quickly take a picture of my butt and set it as its own screen.
It's this new wallpaper.
And this is why I always lock my computer when I leave my desk at work.
Well, there was your first mistake. Click. And then I'm gonna go ahead and open up both the messages.
Okay. you are going to get the note that was meant for Dean. And I guess I will redirect the note that was meant for Jonas to you.
Okay. Do you want to like read them to read all the notes to chat?
You
If I'll
can
get
do what
away
you
with
want
it.
with those notes. If you would
Oh,
like to
okay.
read them to chat, you can.
Wait, where are they getting sent? Discord?
They should have
No,
popped
this
up
should
for
be in
you.
Roll20.
It should be in
I
roll
don't have
20.
my Roll20.
Yep.
You should have got a
Okay,
pop-up
here we
box.
go. Note for Jonas. Blah 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 blah. Note for Dean. Blah 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 blah. blah.
I like how you stopped blah blah blahing most of the way through that. I mean, that is one you'll stop blah blah blahing about.
Interesting. Yeah, I'll read the note for Dean. The one that I was supposed to open. Says one among your party already plans to betray your faith.
Should I take off my headphones?
Yeah, take off your headphones and I'll read the other one.
Okay.
Okay, the note for Jonas says, love will evade you until you change your despicable ways. Okay, yeah, interesting notes then.
Captain, you get an email from Vandergreer that says, I'm waiting.
I've been waiting for what? I read my thing.
So the agreement is each of you has to read the specific
yeah.
message for that person. This is
Oh,
the
so
worst
it's
of
no-
all
it's no
possible
good.
timelines.
It's no
Sure.
good unless I actually read it. The
Yes.
So what I'm
message.
gonna do, what I'd like to do is like get into the ship computer that like scrolls, data about the temperature.
You gotta throw
the
it up
spike
on all
drive
the
and stuff.
message.
No, just like sneak it in there. Just like sneak it in there. You'll be like reading data, and you'll just be like, "Well, that's a weird thing."
All right, Jonas, I'm gonna need you to make a roll real quick. I need you to make a mental save.
To not accidentally read something scrolling past
Yep.
you.
Fail.
You fail. Several minutes later, Jonas is like getting coffee, and like the coffee temperature goes by, and then you read a note, and the note says, "Love will evade you until you change your despicable ways." And at that moment, Dean, you get a message that says, "In Otter System, Californian King, Dock 4, District 35, Breezel Liamson, age 14, first developing precognitive powers 3 days ago. Undiagnosed."
And at that exact same instant, from the recesses of the ship, you hear a "fuck."
Brilliant. So I guess we need to go make our meetup to head out to lands unknown.
Okay. You pick up 2 Marines off of one from the Truth and one from the Justice. They both come on with heavy astrological survey gear that they're going to be using and some like atmospheric sensors.
Mm-hmm.
But more or less are just quiet, calm folks who set into their bunk quickly and prepare themselves for a long journey. You'll need to jump to Esclo Baron, refuel, and then
we get gear for our 4 guys. Our 4 guys are now combat ready.
yes, you get what do they call combat outfit uniforms or something?
Combat field uniform, AC-16.
Yep.
Sir.
Just to remind you, they can't wear those on planet. They can only wear them on the ship.
Oh, really?
Most
Yeah, no,
planets
that's fine.
ban the use of armor is simply
No,
because
but this,
But
I mean, this
if-
planet we're going to.
yes, you'll have
If we
them.
crash land or whatever, yeah.
Yep.
That's what I wanted. Yeah.
Listen, if you crash land, no one is coming for you. It'll be years.
No, it's true.
But we
I
saw
mean,
there
we
was
have
other-
to
there's other
rebuild the
crashed
ship
ships.
with like bubble gum and rubber bands and then just
corpse of
fucking
a
That's
giant
okay.
hamster.
I'm like the Uber fixer. Just give me
Yeah.
some duct tape and a couple of coat hangers, and I can make a fusion engine out of it.
Yeah, no, there's
Perfect.
other. Remember, there was the other like broken up ships there too. We could always scrap.
No, that's somewhere else.
That's somewhere else. So you jump to Exclabaron, I'm assuming.
Yes, and
All
we're
right,
gonna
you refuel there for 500.
500.
It takes you like 2 days.
Did
to
we
get
pay
there.
ourselves from that 200,000 credit haul?
Well, you each
No.
you each are about to get 1 million credits for attempting this mission.
Holy for what?
For
You get-
attempting, did you?
Yes, you're being
We
paid
do
1
this
million
wired?
credits up front, each of you, and you get 20% of any salvage that comes away from this mission.
Do we have that million credits already?
Yes.
Sweet.
Okay. How many zeros do I need?
Put that
to
on
add?
my character
Yeah.
sheet. Hold on.
Let's see. 1 0 0.
Yeah, don't count your credits until
Sweet.
we have to survive this mission first.
You know, makes it easy peasy. Shit, I need. Where's my map?
The ships are meant to fly.
Why you no pin my map?
So I have good news and bad news. The bad news is really bad. Are you
Uh-oh.
ready?
We die.
The difficulty for this jump is 14.
Oh, Jesus.
The good news is I think that you are capable of making it if you roll double sixes.
Is
Okay.
there any way we can aid?
Yes. I mean, your crew will automatically aid you.
Right.
Right.
Kelsa, you don't have a reroll, right? That's its thing.
That's
I
this
don't.
thing.
That's my thing.
Okay, I mean,
With my 1 in pilot and 1 for assist on double sixes, we will make it.
Like I said, it's possible. It starts at a 7, then you get an 8 for going 2 hexes, and then you get a +6 because this has never been attempted.
Jesus Christ. Well, so yeah,
If you
don't start
fail,
counting
you
those
roll
million
on
credits.
the spike drive mishap chart.
That's always fun.
Yep.
Oh,
I mean, last time you rolled on it, Sid blew the ship up.
Yeah, but last time we rolled on it, Sid rolled on it.
She does have a point.
Let's do it. I mean, it's only gonna go downhill.
You have a
There's
1
no
in
way I
36
can-
chance.
So
There's no
is
way I
it-
can apply my
basically-
charisma modifier here, is there?
No.
So
Talking to the
what's our-
computer better does not.
So is it under 14? Then we roll on the chart,
Yep,
and if we can hit the 14, then we made it safe.
that's correct.
All right.
There's no way to get an extra aid.
No.
I mean, I'm looking around. I don't see any.
Well, I think you only get 1 aid per roll.
You only get
right?
1 aid.
All right, let's go. I
can't
rolled
ultra
2
assist.
6s before. Could happen again.
Because that's the power of love. The 6 and a 5. Sorry, kids.
Fucking so close. Oh my god.
Who would like to roll 3d6s?
Not me.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I brought us to this fate.
That was such a good roll, Kels.
Oh my god, that was such a really good roll.
10.
A 10. Ship off course. Spend base time in transit. Make another piloting check. You spend 3 days in transit and now must make a check again. So here's what happens, Juan Diego. You leap into drill space and immediately notice that you are way off course. Your gravitational shears are going in complete wrong direction. There's like some imaginary number shit going on, and you're just like, how can we travel in the direction of I? That's not even a direction, it's a number.
It's parallel to the planes of numbers. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I think like there's no like alarms going off except in Juan Diego's head.
Uh,
I guess let's try it again.
okay.
So we're not any closer, and we don't get like a.
Yep, you're still counted as being somewhere in transit.
Okay. So
10.
10. Roll 3d6. No. 9.
Ooh.
Power spike. One system disabled until repaired. Ship stuck in transit full time before making another.
Nope. It's the same as before. 9 is still ship on course.
That's an 8, not a 9. Okay,
Yeah.
spend another 3 days in transit. Wait, let's figure out how much fuel or how much
Food and oxygen,
you have before we keep doing this, because you've
6.
spent 6 days in transit now.
I'm pretty sure that we had enough for over a month in transit.
So you have 9 people in your ship currently.
Yes.
don't we have like a person day number on one of those?
You do have a person day number. I just don't know
We
what
could
it
always
is.
space a few of them, you know.
Ship
Look at
point?
this motherfucker. We're gonna have to figure it out.
Jonas
don't
would
know
never
where
do
that
that, but
storm
me,
is
they're
at.
just numbers on a page to me. So
They're just numbers on a page. All right,
Well,
so let's figure this out.
I'm sure it's fine for right now.
You could be stuck in this cyclical hell for a while.
I mean, until we die. It's true.
And I also need to know what your systems are, so I know which one will blow up eventually. You can carry. You have a fuel bunker and fuel scoops. You have a crew.
Oh, we do have fuel scoops.
You have
That's
a
nice.
crew of 6, and then you were capable of adding another 4 people. I don't know why though. I might have just done that incorrectly. How much food? Starship weaponry, defenses, and where does it tell you how long you can stay aboard? Atmospheric configuration. Yeah, I might have been letting you guys have too many crew members, apparently. It might have been the old ships where you could have 10, and now this one's only 6. Extended life support.
A good thing few of them died.
I guess so.
That way we're compliant.
Well, you're at 9 crew members now, so.
Well, 9 people on board. Only 7.
Sure.
crew.
Man, where is this thing for how much food and fuel you have? Sorry, guys, to hold us up here.
It's minorly important.
I can't believe that. Okay, so you have enough to support 2 full months for 6 people. So
Okay.
you have 9 people now. So 2 full months at 6 people is 60 days times 2. No, 60 days times 6. You have 360 person rations.
Okay.
And you've currently spent 9 times 6 of them, which is 54.
Okay. Brilliant. Let's give this another roll.
You could do this 6 more times or so. It's not super great. All right, you need to make another piloting check.
Quick question: what's the roll to get back to civilization?
I mean, you're stuck in this eternal hell until you either come out at your destination or things go really, really good or really bad.
Mm-hmm.
You're quite
damaged?
literally lost in space.
Nothing yet.
No.
Okay.
Kevin Crawford's just like looking at him, weeping for
12.
you. 12 might be good.
Same. No, it's the
We
same
want
as before.
high or low.
You want high.
want high.
You want high real bad. You absolutely want high.
Real bad.
Low is super bad. Low is you die.
So we spend another 3 times.
Yep, you spend another 3 days
9
in transit.
person days of rations.
Yep,
Would that
27
count
more
as a
person
roll
days.
that-
Wow,
that
your
count
rolls
as
keep
a-
getting so low.
Would that count as a roll, that 3d6 that Sid could re-roll? He made it?
No,
Nope.
There's a skill roll.
only
Skill
skill
rolls.
rolls. And he wouldn't be able to.
I can't
I-
make these checks. Literally can't.
Yeah, you don't have any
I'm not a
piloting. 12 is the same as before.
You add another, so 108 person rations have been spent. Your onboard crew members are getting really nervous. You've been in transit now for 2 weeks, and the Marines expected you to be in transit for about that long. Your crew members on board, however, know that you move super fast, and they're getting freaked out that you spent 4 times longer than you should have.
I feel like Juan Diego has been staying up nights, like recalculating things, and is like slamming energy drinks or like popping stim tabs.
Is that why his check
keep
results
himself awake.
continuously
Yeah.
get lower?
Yeah, that's probably it.
So can I start working on CO2 scrubbers?
You didn't buy any spare parts on the ship.
Oh shit.
Oh man, we had spare parts on the ship for a while, but we sold them all.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it again. Come on, we just got to get lucky. That's all we need.
You can actually buy an item called spare parts that allow you to just make stuff for your ship to do repairs.
15 is actually good.
15 is really good. Let's see what
No,
happens.
it's not good enough.
Ship off course but detected early. Make another piloting check. If
So
you
we
complete
don't lose
this
3
one,
days.
yes. If you complete this check, I'll give you the option here. You'll return to the Escalabaran system if you'd like. You only need to make an 8 on the roll. But you will need to make a roll. Or you can continue to attempt to forge your way forward.
Yeah, so this is where
How much life support do we have left?
You spent
what we
roughly
do.
1/3 of your life support.
take-
We've spent 1/3. Let's forge ahead.
We take the crew that we've been given, the guys that aren't on our, the military or whatever guys.
Yep.
We airlock them. We fake up
No.
some data. We bring it
No.
back. Yeah, no good. There's
No.
nothing alive there. It's a dead rock. Here's your
No.
data. Job
No.
We
done.
can't do that.
no.
We've consumed 1/3 of what we have. We're fine. Let's keep going.
Okay.
I don't think I even like broach this option with the crew. I just keep going.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
a little bit obsessed now.
Fish for your double 6. Nope.
That's not better.
3d6. 13.
13.
Ship off course detected early.
Okay,
you're
we're not.
so this is what happens. You're like,
This is
shit, I made a mistake. And then 30 minutes later,
yet.
you're like, shit, I made another mistake.
I can do this. I can do this.
It's like the most
I can do
difficult
this.
piloting test,
I
like literally
do
you
this.
could do.
Nope.
No. God damn it.
God.
It's still wrong.
Nope. Another half an hour spent rerouting the computer's navigation. You're not going anywhere.
I do just want to say, despite not getting anywhere, you're a very good pilot because nothing has blown up.
Yeah, you're failing very well right now.
I feel like you just done 3 consecutive back-to-back checks. Your face is just sweating bullets. Like, oh my god.
I think there need like. I think if I mess up this next one, someone is going to be like, Juan Diego, go
Take a nap.
sleep. Let's see. 10 again.
Mm-hmm.
How bad is it?
Pretty bad.
That's a power spike. This is where it gets bad. This is where y'all should have told me to take a nap.
Okay. You could conceivably come out of this dead. This
Great.
is where bad shit starts
See,
happening.
this is where I said, don't spend your 1,000,000 credits yet.
I mean, we should have spent our 1,000,000 credits before we left.
Your ship has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 systems.
Damn it! If we just buy a bunch of, oh my god! So
Can you
if we
roll a
just get,
D7 real quick?
Yeah. All right.
I didn't want to have you make it.
entertainment.
I actually
Yeah,
wanted to
of
have
course.
Virgil make it because
All
it's
right.
his
Yeah.
ship.
Just your
Okay,
ship.
I have a
You roll
question.
this. Good.
I have a
Good.
question.
Yes.
If we had like an entertainment system on board,
You do.
would that be added to the list? That's
No.
on the.
Oh no, we lost the fuzzy dice.
No.
that
wouldn't
Fuzzy
either.
dice are on fire. Get the extinguisher.
Yep. Roll a D7.
A D7.
Yep.
Go.
You begin the transit drive, and as the gravitational shear on your ship begins to take hold, your sand thrower explodes.
Oh,
Ship stuck in
we were
transit
gonna
for
need that.
So this is the really bad part. Your ship is stuck in transit for full base time, which is 2 weeks.
Oh, so that's pushing us.
So that's 12 days.
All right.
9 times 12.
We're gonna have to go read.
You basically double
something
your
else.
consumption since when you started this project. We're gonna go on break now because I feel like you guys need to step away for a little while. But if you spend another
Gotta
2
bring our
weeks,
luck back.
another 2 weeks in transit, you'll die. The other thing is there's gonna be a scene on board where everyone is freaking out.
I think it. Yeah, well, I'll talk about that in a second. How I think that's gonna go.
Yeah, we'll be back in about 8 minutes. Knowing this crew, it'll secretly be more like 9 to 10. But yeah, we'll be back and we'll figure out if the grandma's lost opals explodes horribly.